Hi, this is Chrissie B with BeautifulCreatives.com. Today is Art Journal Thursday, January 8, 2015. When I started my layout today, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and I actually ended up going in a completely different direction and thought that I was going to edit all of this first portion of the video out, but decided because even though I didn't end up going this direction, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a few minutes, but even though I didn't go this direction, I decided I was going to leave everything in so that you could see what my process was and my thinking behind this page. I actually wanted to have a door. I wanted to have a door, and then I wanted to have a saying of something like, when one door closes, another one opens. And so I actually went out and found an image on the website, on the internet, of a door that I really liked. And it was actually a light blue door, and I decided I wanted to make it a red door because that's kind of the vision I had in my head. And so I took my light blue door and I actually just photocopied it and turned it black and white and thought that I would stop and paint it red. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just taking a moment to paint this red using some watered down acrylic paint. After making sure that this was dry and trying it out, I decided I didn't like the red door. It kind of bothered me with the blues and the purples that I had chosen. So I went back to my original print of the blue door that I had found on the internet originally. Decided I would try to see if I could make that work somehow. Now this layout was kind of okay, except when I was looking at it, I kind of felt like it was a door off of the Twilight Zone, and that wasn't the look I was going for. So I thought maybe I was overanalyzing myself, and so I thought, well, maybe if I print out the words that I want on the right hand side of the page, and if I cut them out and lay them out, maybe it will help me visualize more of where it was that I was hoping to be going. Nope, not working. Just not working. So long story short, doors out. So, and I decided I wanted to kind of work a little bit more with this background, so I decided to add some script images all over the background, and I actually ended up walking away from it for a few hours because I really wasn't sure what it was I was trying to do, because my first idea completely bombed. So I might try something with the door next week, but this week it's completely out and I'm okay with that. So I came back and I decided to add some acrylics to my page. I used a blue and a purple here. Now, for those of you who ever used Dylusions paints before, spray paints, while you're trying to add elements over the top of them, no matter what you do, whether it's ink or acrylic, your colors are going to constantly be soaking up the original sprays that you added to the page. So everything I chose to put on top of this, I just kept that in mind. I added some circles with some acrylic paint, and then I decided to take some of the Dylusions spray in the white and do some little drawings of some spirals. And then I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I added some splatters here and there? And then this actually took quite a while to dry because I didn't want to actually blot the splatters. I just wanted to let them do what they wanted to do. Next thing, I added some stamping. I added some polka dots. And I wanted to make sure that I added these in an odd arrangement, odd number arrangement. I also added another stamp. It's got a bunch of, I believe it has months and numbers in it. I'll have specific details out on BeautifulCreatives.com if you want to know specifically what stamps I used. Liking the circle theme, I decided to keep going with that, and I actually added white acrylic paint circles, and you could see what the Dylusion spray is doing. It's actually turning my white circles into whatever color they're sitting on, which I was okay with that. I knew that was going to happen. I just kind of worked with it. And what I'm doing there is I'm actually trying to lay the paint down rather thick to see if I can get some white to show up, and it didn't actually work. It just kind of, it turned out to be lighter blue or lighter purple depending on what it was sitting on. Here I'm using a high flow ink, and I did 5 drips on the right hand side and 3 drips on the right hand side, and now I'm taking my a straw and I'm blowing the ink to kind of spread it out a little bit here. This kind of made me laugh because I really try hard to keep my head out of the camera shot, and there's no way around that. I had to do that so that I can get the straw close enough to the ink to get it to spread. And then I decided I was going to see if I can add just a little more white to those white circles to see if I can get some of the white to show up, to stay showing up. And it actually did not stay white at all, which was fine. It just kind of lightened it all up a little bit more. And now I'm just using a regular graphite pencil to kind of scribble around inside of these circles. I want to grunge this page up a little bit more. I'm really liking the way the page is going. And now I'm coming back in with a black Stabilo pencil and doing some more scribbles. The graphite, I like them a lot, but they're not really quite dark enough, so I wanted to add Stabilo and then activate it with water to really make it really dark. And it will kind of lighten up a little bit as it dries. And you will still see the graphite pencil marks, which I like that too. But that's kind of what I was doing here. I really wasn't sure where I was going at since my door idea was completely out, so I decided that I would do some doodling. And usually when I do my doodling is when an idea will pop into my head on what the saying is going to be for this week. So sure enough, my new thought came to my head, and I printed it out onto printer paper, and I'm now just cutting it out, and I'm going to lay them out how I want them to be laid out. I'm also going to use, let's see, I believe I used Alien's tacky glue, the fast grab tacky glue, to adhere these to my page. And instead of making you sit through watching that whole process, I'm just showing you a snippet of that here. Ta-da! Now that they're all adhered to my page, I decided I was going to do some scribbling. I'm using a Pilot pen, and I can't remember specifically which brand or which specific Pilot pen it was, so I'll have that listed on my website, beautifulcreatives.com. I'm pretty much just scribbling around each box that holds each word, and then I did like a little scribble on the actual one scribble per word. Again, I'm just trying to dirty up the words a little bit, kind of grunge them up a little. Make them look a little more artsy versus somebody just printed them off of their computer. As always, don't forget your date stamp. Even though this page went in a completely different direction, I really like this page a lot. I actually think I like it better than what I had visualized in my head when I was starting with my door. This ended up being a really easy, fun kind of a page to do, and I really like the colors. I don't usually use blues and purples terribly often. I'm more of a red and orange and yellow kind of girl. So this was really fun for me to try something new. So that's pretty much it for me today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe. And also, please feel free to go check out beautifulcreatives.com to get more information and some more close-up pictures. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Bye for now.